So my name is Koen Gabriels. I am the animator for Swords and Soldiers 2.
So, I know you're saying a bit that the art assets have already been updated from this demo. I guess this is a slightly older build, like a month old?
Yeah, so we actually took this demo from GDC directly to PAX, and ever since that month, basically the world has changed. We had a dedicated background artist basically update every single background asset that you can see right now, making it a way more beautiful and way more, colorful than it already is. And we're still working on just getting more variety into the backgrounds, making sure there's like big open spaces, but also like pretty dank, dark, dungeony things, so that the sense of confinement kind of changes, so that the variety is as big as it can be.
I understand you're aiming for a late 2014 release date?
We're working our butts off, but we're really hoping to, get this done by this year still. But we'll see what happens, right? Because, there's still quite a bit to do, and we really want to make sure that this is the best and most polished experience a Wii user can basically get.
Yeah, what you see here is one of the big new things about Swords and Soldiers 2 compared to 1. It's our riding base. So the level that's being set up right here is will be somewhere around level 7 or level 8 in the campaign. Redbeard is visiting his grandfather. His grandfather invites him for a game of golf, but it turns out there's demons on the green. So Swords and Soldiers 2 is kind of like 1 in that it's a side-scrolling strategy game. The ladies you see walking here are the resource gatherers. They will gather gold from the mine. This is the tech tree. Oh, oops. A tech tree where you can buy more units and spells. The Clubman is always a good starting unit. So for Swords and Soldiers 2, we really wanted to up the ante when it came to graphics. All we learned in Astronauts we poured into this game and then some. So in Swords and Soldiers you don't have any direct control over your units. Whenever you build a unit, it'll go out and do his thing. So this guy, he's an offensive unit, and whenever he finds an enemy, he'll try and attack it. Right now we're on the right side, you see the spell radial. If you have a spell selected, it goes into spell selection mode, target selection mode. You select the target and you cast the spell. So in Swords and Soldiers 2, we dropped the Aztecs and the Chinese. They're no longer in here. The Vikings do make a return, however, and they're now facing a demon horde and another faction that's yet to be announced. So that guy, the Naga, they're the tanky guys for the demons. He turns into a stone statue whenever he's out of health. They're really great to defend ranged units. The portal you're seeing here is also new. It basically acts like a portal. You place an entry, you place an exit, and units will walk in and pop out on the other side. Yes, meat on the grill. Nothing's more important. The blonde-bearded guys that are being built right now, that they're coming up, they're more, they're supportive units. They throw meat at their allies. I don't think they're going to be coming in time, though. Yeah, without allies to heal, they can't really do all that much. They can throw meat at the grill, however, which they just did. As a result, this big demon guy comes in. He's gonna try and take the meat from us. So what you see here is our new super spell for the Vikings. It allows you to punch your enemy 3 times. So each faction has new super spells compared to the original. The original Viking super spell was Thor's Hammer that came down from the sky. For this game it's all Larry. The big demon you see here is also a new feature of the Swords and Soldiers 2. Swords and Soldiers 2 has super units, and just like super spells, they have a big impact on the game. Every super unit has is really strong, has a really strong base attack, and also has an alternative stance that the computer is not using right now. But let's knock out that super unit. There we go. But this big guy, when he's alive, he has an alternative stance that allows him to throw allies. So you can use him to get your units over enemy towers and encampments. The Vikings also have an interesting super unit. She's called Helga. We'll be sure to show you her sometime in the future. So with the big guy defeated, it's now a straight push to the end, but they're still not making it easy. There we go. Another new feature for Swords and Soldiers 1 compared to 2 is that each faction now has 2 towers instead of 1. For the Vikings, that is the Mana Tower that was built earlier, and the Guard Tower that's at the start of the level. The big change compared to Swords and Soldiers 1 for the Guard Tower is that it now allows all ranged units to enter, not just the axe throwers. So this bearded guy you see here, he shoots lightning creatures, and whenever he comes across an empty Guard Tower, he will mount it himself. All the spell effects that you see here are all hand animated, handcrafted. For astronauts, we use a lot of particle effects to create explosions and such. But for Swords and Soldiers, we wanted to up the ante further. So every smoke cloud, this heal effect you see right now, they're all hand animated, frame for frame animation. Yeah, that was a bit too ambitious. Towers can also be used like that, like a quick blockade, but not if there's that many units coming up. So the bearded guys, they're little lightning creatures. They actually lifesteal a little. They do little damage, but against a group of lightweight units like these, they're really powerful. Oh yeah, what you also saw right there was a new feature. If you polymorph an enemy unit and then lightning it, it will turn into a piece of meat that heals your units. We're now coming up to the enemy base. As the Viking base, the demon base can also move, although it won't right in this level. And yeah, so that's how it plays out. It's basically a side-scrolling strategy game where you have to make choices about what spells you're going to use and what units you're going to build. Yay! Thank you. Thanks for playing our demo.